Well, this weekend, the Denver Home Show comes to the National Western Complex, and one of the guest speakers is a Denver-based realtor and renovation rescuer. You probably know him from his show, Rico to the Rescue. Of course, this morning we got Rico León. Good morning.
Yeah, thanks for having me. You guys are so awesome at Channel 9.
Oh, you're awesome.
Yeah, thank you. We
were talking about the fact you're going to be here, and several people in our newsroom said, oh, Rico to the Rescue.
Yes.
By the way, your name's gotten you in trouble a few times because now people really do want you to come to the rescue.
Yes. Yeah, actually, it's funny because once the show came out, I didn't realize, like, I've always known there was issues between contractors and homeowners. Like, this has been a thing since the beginning of time. During the pandemic, it really just went up 500%, you know, of situations going awry. So once the show came out, every single episode, literally just thousands of people could relate. They're like, this person reminds me of that. Like, this person, this happened to my mom, this happened to my grandmother, this happened to my parents. Like, this happens to everyone. So when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, there's a huge need. And in all reality, it's because of just the pandemic. The pandemic threw a huge curveball when it came to math. So contractors were bidding it like they were pre-pandemic. During the pandemic, now it takes twice as long, 3 times as long. They have to factor these things in. And because they didn't, a lot of contractors realize, I'm doing this job for free. So if they're doing it for free, what's their incentivization to come back, answer the phone? They're like, go ahead, sue me. You know, call me 1,000 times, I don't have any money. And
that's exactly what you're gonna be talking to about this weekend, right?
Yes, yeah, there's a huge need of a solution versus what everyone does, which is just point in a direction and blame. Hey, it's this guy's fault, it's this lady's fault, it's this, oh, she's hard to work with, oh, this guy stole the money and bought a Corvette, da, da, da. Like, there's always a situation that's going on, but no one's saying, hey, you know what? Let's stop before lawyers get involved. Let's figure out a solution. What are you willing to help me with? What are you not willing to help me with? And then we can move forward.
Is this something that you expected to have to deal with whenever you got into this business all those years ago?
You know, when I've been in it for quite a while. I'm like 36. I was in it since I was 19. That was like the honeymoon period, right? Everything was smooth. Everything was, you know, very nicely. But what happened first was I brought in tens and tens and tens of millions of dollars in this industry. And I gave it to a lot of different GCs. We had the honeymoon period. The guys were doing their jobs. You know, issues came up and they were taken care of. But then what people are dealing with right now and what people don't realize, I had hundreds of thousands of dollars stolen from me first. So this happened to me first. So I had a GC that was like, hey, cool. He took the money, who knows what he did with it, built a house somewhere else, and didn't pay the subcontractors. So I'm thinking, hey, I paid this guy to pay them. Everything's kosher. It wasn't kosher. So they called me. They're like, hey, we didn't get paid. And I'm like, how much did you not get paid? They're like, about $20,000 each for just one job. So I'm like, okay, that's $60,000. They're going to put liens on the house I was just working on. The homeowner's going to be like, hey, Rico, like, what's going on? So all the money I made in 2020, 2021, I had to use it just to pay these guys again. I already paid them. I have to pay them again. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I don't ever want this to happen again. How do I solve these issues so then we never get here? And the thing is, homeowners don't know. And a lot of contractors don't know either. So not only do I help the homeowner, but I help the contractor with their processes, their systems, so they don't get themselves in trouble either.
All right, well, this is exactly what you're going to be talking about. Again, you're to blame for that. You named the show Rico to the Rescue. People can come to you with their questions this weekend and check you out there. Tell us what time you're going to be speaking.
I'll be speaking 6 p.m. on Friday and Saturday at the National Western Complex.
All right, perfect. Rico, thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate it.